4. What's going on YouTube, man? It's your boy Dreamshot Tactical, man. Back at it with another one, man. Another YouTube video. You know how it is. So, it's almost New Year's, everyone. It's almost 2022. COVID ain't going nowhere. But, hey, it is what it is, I guess, you know? We just gotta adapt to what we living in now. But I wanted to show y'all my gun collection. Basically, all the firearms that I have thus far. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably started off with my very first firearm. And just go down the line, tell you a couple things about it, what I like about them, what I didn't like, why I got it, you know. So let me go ahead and let me start off with my very first firearm that I ever got, man. This shotty too hotty. It's clear, it's clear. So this is an ASI pump action shotgun. Picked this up a couple years back. I think I got this pretty much when I was 18, you know, wanted to have some type of firearm. So the only firearm that was legal to get for at the time, or I didn't really know about the whole AR. You can get an AR at 18, but decided to just get me pump action shotgun. At the time when I got this, I got it from Buzz Gun Shop. It was probably around like $200, $300 most, but I don't even think it was $300. About $200. And this was my very first firearm. This is what I loved, man. I had this when I was still living with my mama. Like, you know, very good firearm for the most part. Took it to the range plenty of times. Put hundreds of rounds through this. Hasn't really given me any issues. Keep it clean. I have malfunctions sometimes, you know, but it depends on which type of load I'm shooting. But definitely been reliable to me for years. It's my ASI, man. All right, so what's going to be next? All right, I'm just going to go in the order of the way I bought my firearms. So I had that for years before I was actually bought my handgun when I turned 21. So the very first handgun I actually bought when I turned 21 was my Smith & Wesson M&P. Not the 2.0, it's the first version. It's chambered in a 40. At the time, man, all you was hearing was like, boy, you gotta have that 40. You gotta have that 40. So, you know what I did? I went out and got me a 40. Got it from a local gun shop at the time, too. Picked it up for probably around $350 or so. Maybe $400. It was actually used, too, when I first got it. But it was still, like, in amazing condition. Since then, I've put thousands of rounds through this. I can't fake M&P. They be doing their thing for real, because even though the trigger's not all that great, but it was always a reliable firearm, always cycled, I never had any cycling issues. And the main reason I had even got this firearm is because when I first started working security and I wanted to buy my own firearm, I actually went to the store looking for a Glock, but boy, was there a price difference. And at the time I was job broke, you know what I mean? I mean, keep it real with you. I was job broke, so I had to just settle for what I could settle for that was decent. And at the time, too, my local police department, pretty much everybody was carrying these M&P 40s. So I was like, hey, if the local police department can carry them, why can't I? They should be pretty decent. Even though the local police department now, they switched down to the 9mm versions, but this was my second pickup. That M&P chambered in 40. All right, so what's next on my list, y'all? What did I buy after that? Okay. This is my little play thing. I had caught me a Taurus, a G2C. You know, I actually bought this from one of my friends. He had bought it. And I remember one day he was like, hey, I sell this joint to you for $200. So, you know what I did? Gave him that $200. Like, why not? You know what I'm saying? So, for the longest I had this. This one's chambered in 40 cal as well. This thing barked, though. I ain't gonna fake. Every time I used to bring this out to the range, I'm shooting flames, fireballs. But one thing I could tell you about this gun, man, probably like one of the worst triggers I have ever seen on the face of this earth. Like, people talk about Glock triggers. This Taurus G2C trigger belongs in the rubbish bin. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with you. Belongs in the rubbish bin. That's probably why I don't even shoot this as much as I really can. And plus 40 cal ammunition now, like I said, this 2021. 40 cal ammunition, boy. Might as well chop your arm off and give it to him. Get a couple boxes of 40. But I remember I had hooked this up with a little optic, you know, because at the time I was like, well, hey, I'm seeing everybody with these pistols with the optics on it and stuff. And I was kind of scared to mess around with my M&P because I used that for work for real. So I didn't really know nothing about red dots or anything of that sort. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get an optic, but I'm going to put it on something that I don't use like that. So when I take it to the range, I could kind of have fun with it. But ever since then, man, got me a little cheap optic. I had put it on there, on a little ADE optic or whatever. It's not bad. I don't really run this gun that much, but like I said, it's not bad. This was my third gun I picked up, you know what I'm saying? This was my second handgun ever. I had this for a while, put rounds through it. It was good. That's why, for a budget pistol, I suggest everybody go get a Taurus G2C if you're looking, if you're on a budget. If you're balling on a budget, don't go get no yeet cannon just because, you know, don't go get no high point yeet cannon or nothing. Save up that extra little $100. Get you a G2C. You can't really beat them. Like, they're budget friendly. They fire. They go bang. Not too many malfunctions. To be honest, honestly, I haven't had a malfunction out of it, so I don't really know what to say, but can't go wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? So, next on my list, what did I end up buying? Oh yeah, you already know. I had to go get the talk of the town at the time, the Hellcat. Springfield Hellcat, man. It was the talk of the town. It was the talk of the town for a little while, man. And I decided to get one because state of Maryland, I do have my wear and carry permit, aka your CCW permit. So this is what I got for when I was off duty, and pretty much wanted just to carry something to stay safe, you know. You got to stay strapped up out here, you know what I'm saying? So went and got this, put rounds through it, very comfortable, especially for a compact or what they call it, a subcompact firearm. Wasn't a bad deal too. I think I got it from like Classic Firearms. Spent about like $4 or $5 for it. Definitely a good deal when at the time too, because especially during the hype, everywhere else I seen it was probably like 6, 7. This one chambered in 9mm. It usually This magazine that I currently have in it holds 10+1, but I do have the, was it the 13+1 magazine in the safe somewhere. But I can't complain about this gun. Some people say the trigger is bad or the trigger has problems, but I never really had any problems with the trigger. I just ran it. Every time I went to the range, flawless. You know what I'm saying? Ate a lot. This gun right here ate a lot of ammunition. And then it cracked. You know what I'm saying? So, very good firearm. I like the Hellcat for. And then plus the name, man. The Hellcat. You can't have a name like that and not be tough. You know what I'm saying? When I heard that for the first time, I was like, oh, they got some nerve to call this joint the Hellcat. So I had to see what the hype was about. It had to be tough. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go purchase that. You know what I'm saying? Pockets was a little bit alright at the time too. So I was like, you know what? Might as well fade this. You know what I'm saying? So I had got the Hellcat. What's next on my list? It should be the Glockton. You already know, man. The Glock 19, Gen 5, you know. I had to get this. Ain't got no rounds in it right now, you know. The 30 clip for the 30 mag is for a dramatic effect, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it gives you that leverage just in case you gotta, when you gotta show it to the camera, you know. But yeah, definitely had went out, got me my Glock 19 Gen 5. Had to have a Glock 19. It's the #1 pistol in America. Like, everybody pretty much carries some form of, or some Glock 19. So if you don't have a Glock 19 in your arsenal, what you doing? Like, for real, what you doing? It's like the perfect both side pistol. And when I say both sides, for like work purposes, you can carry this pistol, you know, like I said, I do security, so you can carry this pistol for work purposes. You can carry it concealed. It ain't too bulky, you know. You put this underneath your shirt in a waistband holster or something. Doesn't print. It's not heavy, you know. So it doesn't beat out my Hellcat in concealability, but when it comes to reliability, you already know this thing it don't matter. It's gonna flow regardless. Like, you already know that. It's a Glock. You know what I'm saying? For all my Glock haters out there, it's a Glock. For all my Glock fanboy people, you already know. You already know the old deal. Like, you already know it's gonna flow. So I had to go get me a 19. What else did I have to go get, man? What was my next on my list? I think at the time, next on my list, I had to go get me an AR, man. Had to go get me an AR. It was just a must. You know what I'm saying? Everybody at the time too, especially with the pandemic going on, you ain't know people was gonna turn to zombies tomorrow or whatever. So had to go get me an AR. The crazy part is, shoot, when I really wanted an AR, it was so hard to find an AR, man. Like, every gun store in the area was pretty much sold out. They ain't have no rifles, no handguns, no ammunition, no nothing. I lucked up, especially being in Maryland, where they have so many rules that apply to ARs. So, you know, I had found this AR. This is a Delton. I think it's a 316H. But the H stands for heavy barrel. Like I said, I'm in Maryland. Our rules for assault weapons suck. You know what I'm saying? It's an AR. I had to get me the AR though. So I had found this one on what website was that? Oh, Classic Firearms. And seen that it wasn't on the Maryland ban list. So I was like, you know what? I got to get to that. So end up ordering that. And I had to kind of order it the smart way too, because Classic Firearms is one of those websites that doesn't allow you to take away the magazine. So they would just not send it to your state if your magazine capacity isn't correct. So at the time, I sent it to Virginia. I ain't gonna lie to you. I sent it to Virginia, to a FFL in Virginia, because in Maryland, you can go to a FFL in Virginia and buy a Maryland compliant rifle from them. So I sent a Maryland compliant rifle to Virginia and just picked it up there. I went down to Virginia, picked it up, fell in love, because it was my first AI, man. You know what I'm saying? It was my first AI. I had to love it. I pretty much put some things on it though. I got the Romeo, the Sig Romeo red dot on there. I got the brake bar right here, so kind of speeds up the magazine reloads. You drop in that magazine and you just touch that and it closes the bolt. Had to put the flashlight on it because, like I said, if you can't identify what you're looking for with the pressure pad, if you can't identify what you're looking at, then you don't need to be shooting at it. You know what I'm saying? So you always want to be able to identify. Got it with some flip ups. Put some flip ups on there. Hey, let me tell you something. Dots are cool and all, but if you want to get you an AR, make sure you have some flip up sights on there. Plain and simple. Dots are cool. Everybody outfits their AR with a dot, but you have to have some type of iron sights. If my dot was to die, at least I know I'm still in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my iron sights, and ain't nothing more accurate than your iron sights. Like, this can be off 0, but the iron sights 9 times out of 10, it's gonna, where you shoot, you gonna hit. Simple as that. But get off my little rant, you know what I'm saying, off my soapbox or whatever. But got a little 1-point harness with it, or it didn't come with it, but I bought it. Bought a couple magazines. It came with a magazine, a metal magazine. I actually put this one on there. I think this is a Magpul window magazine. I put this hand stop on there. You know, gotta get that leverage into your shoulder. You know, when you aiming, you gotta get that leverage. Some people, I might change this though. That's the crazy part. I was thinking about putting a little Magpul angled grip on there, but I don't know. That's good for me right now with the Delton. Like I said, I hit with it, so I might change it up, might not change it up. I don't know. 16-inch barrel, rifle size, because like I said, I'm in Maryland. They got a lot of little issues when they come down to things. So I had to get it right, man. I had to get the Delton. I changed the charger handle too. You know, I had to get that beefy charger handle, so you can go ahead and charge that with some gloves on. You don't got to worry about it. The original one was kind of small. You had to kind of get your hands in there, but these, man, you can charge this with one hand. You can charge it two fingers, you know, because it's got so much leverage with it. So definitely, man, definitely a good buy. One of my most favorite buys too. I'm not gonna lie to you. You ain't live for real until you get you an AR. You're not a gun owner for real until you get you an AR. And the crazy part is, like, me knowing stuff now that I didn't know, I could have had this before I even had the shotgun, because most states it's legal to own an AR at 18. So love it though, man. Love it. Can't fake. It's chambered in 5.56 .223 wild barrel, so you can shoot both of those things. All right. So what's next on my list? All right. So pretty much went through all of that. Okay, so next on my list, I had to go back over to the handgun side. Had to get me my Sig P320 C. It's supposed to be compact, but it is compact. But I had to get this, man. The crazy part about it, for years, I was like, I'm gonna buy me a Sig. I'm gonna buy me a Sig. And if people who know firearms know that this particular Sig, it didn't start off with a good reputation. You know what I'm saying? It's empty just in case, you know. It didn't start off with a good reputation, man. It had its problems, but it fixed the problems. And when I finally had money enough for to keep it 100 with you, and I finally had money that was capable of buying my Sig, I couldn't find it. Like I said, I pretty much got this in the pandemic, man. I could not find me this Sig P320C for the life of me. And then the crazy part about it, one day I go to this little mom and pop type gun store, just chilling, you know, mom and pop little thing. It's like, you know what, I'm gonna look around. Get to looking through the cases, and look who it was. buckShot. All up in my face like, buy me. And at the time too, you know, I was off some window shopping mood. I ain't even had no bread to buy nothing at the time. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and see what they got. Man, they messed up when they let me see this thing. I came back pretty much like the next week. I was hoping that ain't nobody buy it. Came back the next week and bought it. Did my paperwork. And took this baby home. And since then, this has been pretty much one of my favorite handguns. Take it to the range a lot. I put lots and lots of rounds through this. I'm not even gonna lie. Great firearm. I might do some work to it. Do a little customization, you know. Might change out the bottom, put one of the more ergonomic bottoms and frames to it. I might change the slide. I don't know. Only time will tell. You might have to check back in the videos later on in the future, you know. 2022, it's right around the corner, so. But when I got this, instantly fell in love. My boy called it like, oh, you got a little Bugatti. That's what he called this thing, a Bugatti. Because I'm not gonna fake this one. It's a special firearm. It's very good. You get out there and you aim and you get that, man. It's over. It's over. Man, I shot my first little competition with this. Performed well. Never really had any malfunctions with this. Oh, well, I did have one malfunction that I know of and even got on video when I had like a double feed, but it's all about your skills. Don't have firearms and don't have skills that you can't clear your firearm in the time when you need it to be cleared, you know? So I was actually on the range shooting at some steel targets at the time, and I had caught a double feed, but it's about, you got to be able to fix your malfunctions, everyone. You got to be able to fix your malfunctions. But fix that malfunction, we're back in the game. Simple as that. But P320C, definitely great firearm. I can't fake. I love it. One of my favorites. I wish at the time I could have afforded the Gucci version, you know, that had the RMR cut and the flat trigger and all that stuff. But I was just so happy just to see this one. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go get this one. The Gucci version probably was like another $300 at the time. And I was just like, you know what? No. I'll wait. I might get that later. But in the meantime, this serves its purpose. Definitely put a lot of rounds through it. Great firearm, man. And what was my last? Okay, so my last firearm that I pretty much just got not too long ago. If you check my videos before, man, I had to get the Draco, man, the Century Arms, man. I had to see what all the hype was about. Everybody always talking about Dracos in the rap videos and stuff like that. Had to go get a Draco. and love it. I don't know what to say. I love it. It go bang, very loud. Flames, fireballs. Man, if you want to see this shoot, man, check out my last video. But that's what I really was talking about. It was mainly my review of the Century Arms Visca Draco pistol. I had hooked it up with the SB Tactical folding pistol brace. But this was pretty much my last firearm that I got as of right now. I actually bought another firearm too, but it's not, I don't have it yet due to the holidays. I had bought me a Christmas present. I had bought me a Glock 34 because I'm deciding that I want to shoot a couple more competitions when they come around. You know, me and my friends getting into that competition shooting lifestyle, or just trying something new, you know? You don't want to just do the same boring stuff every time. Yeah, anybody can go to the range and just fire down the lane and hit targets, but can you do it while moving? Can you do it while running around? So that's my main thing right now. So I wanted something for the occasion, so I went and I got our 34 Gen 5 MOS. And I'm gonna do, stay tuned. I'm gonna do a review on that when I get that in. Most likely I'm gonna get that after the New Year's. I already paid for it, but with Maryland, you know, you have a 7-day waiting process. But the thing with the shop is the shop did like a end of the year, like I guess for the holidays they shut down. So it is what it is. It's cool. It's already paid for it. I just gotta go pick it up. So I go get that, and when I get that, I'm gonna do a review on that most likely. So another video coming in the New Year's, man. But hey, it's your boy Dreamshot Tactical, man. Tell me what you think about the firearms, about the gun collection. Tell me what you got. You might have some of the same firearms. Ask me any questions about whatever I do have. You know, I answer it to the best of my ability. But hey, I'm out here, man. You can follow me on Instagram at Dreamshot_Tactical. It's right there, man. So holla at me.